So today we're celebrating Hayley's new book, The Hayley Mysteries. And all right, so got a little intro for her, but she's gonna hate, but whatever. All right, you may know her from leading roles in 1 season of Brat TV's Hotel de Lune, 5 seasons of Brat TV's hit series Manny, 9 seasons of Brat TV's hit series Chicken Girls, Brat TV's Chicken Girls the movie, 2 seasons of Nickelodeon's hit web series Annie vs. Staley, 1 season of Nickelodeon Channel's Group Chat, 2-time cover feature of Girls Life magazine, and over 2,600 YouTube videos on the hit channel bratayley, amassing nearly 4 billion views. Give it up for Hayley LeBlanc! What's up, girl?
What's up?
So how you been?
I'm pretty good. How have you been?
Pretty good. What you been up to this summer?
You know, just traveling the world.
Traveling the world.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Have you taken some fun vacations or?
Yeah, I've been to Europe.
Europe. Okay.
I went to Cabo.
Cabo.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen any good movies or TV shows lately, or?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Okay.
The Black Phone.
The Black Phone.
And
What do we think of Stranger Things? What do we think of the new season?
Oh, it's amazing.
Who's your favorite character?
Eddie.
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 Any Eddie fans out there? Any Eddie fans? Yeah. Oh.
One
in the back.
Never seen her raise her hand faster.
One in the back. What do you think is going to happen in the final season?
Oh God, I don't even know. Because I always make up theories in my mind, and then they're all wrong.
They're
always wrong.
Do you think anybody's going to die? Do you have any theories?
I hope they end it with 11 dying.
11 dying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think so. I think that'd be like a brilliant ending.
Okay. So I didn't tell Hayley about this. I came up with a little game. It's going to be a rapid fire Stranger Things.
No, you
game.
did not.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be this or that.
Okay.
Okay. Mike or Will?
Oh, Will.
Okay.
That was
Elle or Max?
Max.
Okay. Erica or Argyle?
Erica.
Okay. Steve or Eddie?
Oh, God! Steve.
Nancy or Robin?
Robin.
Noah Schnapp or Doja Cat? Okay. Kidding. We love them both. All right, but so in all seriousness, you love Stranger Things, as do I.
Mm-hmm.
And many people know you have an affinity for crime, horror. Like, do you watch any other mystery series or crime series or anything?
Criminal Minds.
Okay.
I started watching Dexter recently.
Dexter.
Yeah.
That's a very wholesome show as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
And tell us a little bit how the book concept came about. Well, like so the publisher reached out, and then you told them about like kind of what you like, and
yeah, I wanted it to be like a gory mess of just horror, and then they were like, we can't do that. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. So they were like, let's make it a little more, lighthearted, and I was like, all right.
She was telling the publisher she wanted like Stephen King, and they're like, we're going for middle grade, and she's like, okay, we'll do mystery.
Right. Fine.
A lot of people that are your age, when they're coming up with a book, they work with what's called a ghostwriter. And for those of you that don't know how ghostwriters work, it's pretty much she sits down with a writer and she talks about what she's going for the book, the story she wants, all the details, the characters, all that kind of stuff. And then they kind of put her ideas into the actual story. So who we got to work with was Sarah Shepard. So I don't know how many are familiar with Sarah Shepard. She was the creator and writer of the Pretty Little Liars series. She also coming up in a couple weeks on HBO. She has a new Pretty Little Liars Original Sin spinoff. So giving a little shout out to her. But tell us how it was working with Sarah and what that process was like.
So we had like a general discussion on Zoom. And it was just like, what do you want? What's the plot going to be? How much gore do you want? We can't do that much gore. And then she came back with just a description, just a page of each chapter description of what the chapters were going to be about. And I was like, yes. So then she came back with like 10 pages of just questions and questions and questions. And I answered all of them. They were pretty random questions.
Yeah, she sent like 10 pages of questions, and it was for every character in the book, it's like, what does this character look like? What's their style? What's their astrological sign? How did they get into the acting world? Do they collect anything? So it was like all these different phrases. So how did you, for your own character, what were you thinking for your own character? What were you thinking for your character's friends? Like, how did you kind of envision everything?
So Hayley, the main character, is very loosely based on me, and her friends, Cody and Aubrey are very loosely based on my friends in real life.
Cody and Aubrey, how'd you get those names?
Oh, Cody is one of my favorite YouTubers, Cody Co, and Aubrey is Aubrey Plaza, one of my favorite actresses.
So it took a few names from
Yeah.
real life. Okay. And then it was the same with the illustrations, right? Tell us how the illustrations in the book worked.
Yeah, so they sent like a few illustrators, and one that called out to me was this girl named Alessi, and she basically does these amazing illustrations, and I thought they were perfect for the book. And yeah, I was like, this is perfect, and they were perfect, and they're one of my favorite things about the books.
Yeah. And so can you tell us, like, without giving away spoilers or anything, but can you tell us a little bit about what the book is about and kind of what goes on in it? Like how,
So
little plot details?
3 kids, and they're on a set, and they film a show called Sadie Solves It, and it's this mystery show, but on the set, scary, spooky things start happening while they're filming.
Okay. You have 3 books coming out, so each one kind of takes place in it's the same kids, same world.
Mm-hmm.
And can you share a little bit about, on the other 2 books, like how, kind of a little bit about those mysteries and what they're trying to solve and that kind of thing?
The first book is The Haunted Studio, and I can't give too much away, but it's just basically a haunted studio. And the second book is The Missing Jewels, and maybe a jewel goes missing. And then the third book is The Secret on Set, which is one of my favorites. So
right now throughout the world, a lot's going on in our country and other countries, and there's a lot of big issues. It's social issues, issues for minority communities, LGBT community, unhoused community, and a lot of these things you actually touch on in the book. So can you talk a little bit about why it was important for you to include all those things in these books?
I mean, it's the most important thing to do. I mean, we touch on it's not the whole base of the book, but to throw it in there is good for kids because it's raising them on the fact that this is what's happening and it's normal.
Yeah, when we were talking about how they actually did a study in the UK, I think with the Harry Potter series, and it was like people that when kids read those books that touched on some of those issues versus books that didn't, in the real world, kids were much more open. And so I know that was one of the reasons why you really wanted to touch on that. So changing a little bit more fun. So, people here know you have some dogs. We all love Piper, Winnie, all those. But you have a pet too in the book, correct?
I sure do.
Do you want to share a little bit about?
Yeah, I've always wanted to have a cat in real life. I've always wanted specifically to have a black cat. So I was like, why not put a black cat in the book so I can kind of pretend that I have one? So the cat's name is Salmon, and it strictly eats tuna.
All
That's
right.
its slogan. Yeah.
And it also, without giving too much away, it also kind of helps you solve the crimes as well. It's like
Oh
kind of a
no,
partner,
the cat is a
a
very
sidekick.
important part
Okay.
of the books.
Yeah. Do you want a cat in real life? And
Yes.
will your mom let you have one?
No.
What?
Because we have dogs.
That's
and
true. That's
it would be a little cat, so we don't want it to
Piper
be-
and Winnie would probably.
Yeah.
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 When kids and teens, when they pick up your book and they read your book, what are you hoping they take away from the book at the end of the day?
For the teens, when I was, writing this, I just thought it was such a good, wholesome book, and I hope that the teens, leave with it being like, oh, that reminds me of my childhood, if you ever did mysteries as a kid. But as for kids, I hope it inspires them to be a little more curious.
Curious? I like that. All right. Well, should we take a few questions? So we got any questions here?
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations on the book. And do you think that you guys will ever come back to bratayley? Like, maybe do what you guys did before, weekly vlogs, or maybe go back to even daily vlogs?
We're not planning on anything, but I'll get back to you on that one.
One, it's mostly because now that they've gotten a little older, her and Jules both have, so many different projects going on. So it's a little harder with when Jules was doing Side Hustle, with their schedule, and with her on Chicken Girls, it was a little too busy. So, but I mean, that's why you probably see them now. They're, they're more active on TikTok, Instagram Reels. They're trying to put up more content for that. But yeah.
What's your favorite part in the book?
What's my favorite part in the book?
Yeah.
The ending. Which I know you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, seriously, but the ending is the best part. I guess the beginning is just so iconic, I guess.
Well, the beginning you get to
like,
know all the characters a little more.
Yeah.
It's more,
Yeah,
a lot more
you're right.
background and story.
I think it's gonna be your favorite part too.
Well, the ending of any mystery.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
What do you want to choose?
From the beginning that you started this process, even like with that first Zoom to now, like how long was that whole process to put together?
A year about?
Took about a year.
And the book took like.
I mean, the book is interesting. The book took probably 2 to 3 months, I'd say, from beginning. But like the actual publishing process, the publisher themselves told us now that we have the book done, it's going to be 6 months before it hits stores and that kind of thing. So we've been waiting probably the past 5 or 6 months, but the process itself probably took 3 to 4 months to get everything locked down.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about Matt?
Oh god.
I whispered "oh god" when I saw you raise your hand.
Don't be disrespectful. What's your favorite thing about
Okay,
Matt?
I won't. My favorite thing about Matt, least or favorite?
We're gonna go favorite this time.
He's a good person at heart.
That was a little basic, but we'll take it.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
Wait, just at heart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Are we good?
All right, what about anybody else with a question? Anybody?
When does part 2 come out?
Oh God, I knew this at some point.
Part 2, the second book is September.
September 6th.
Yeah, and the third book will be in November. So they'll all be out before the holidays.
Yeah.
I would like to know what your second favorite thing is about Matt.
He has mediocre style.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Any more questions?
Okay, all right.
What's your favorite character in the book?
My favorite character is Mike, who isn't introduced in the synopsis, but he will be introduced very, very soon.
Right. So he's not in the very beginning, but
No, he's somewhere in the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Jules, how are we coming?
Oh my gosh.
Are the characters based on anybody that you know?
Yes, Jules.
Are there any based on me?
I will put it out there. This is the truth. Your character is Hayley. Yeah.
She based the main
Yeah, I
character?
based the main character on you.
Aww. All right, well, I think that's all we got for questions. So now we will set up the signing, and you guys can take some photos and meet Hayley. Well, thank you guys very much.
No way, I'm not signing all of them. Other way. Nah, get out.